Hello you guys, welcome back to another video. I'm so sorry, I haven't posted in so long. I'm so sorry. I've been working on some outside stuff, so I haven't been able to make videos, but I'm back. And I know that this Tuesday, I believe, the next 3.1 update is going to be out, so I wanted to work on Kazuha's story quest. So we're going to do that today.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories.
Okay. We are going to do that today, and I don't think we're going to be able to do it in one video, so probably two videos, depending on how long it is. But yeah, I'm very excited to find out more about Kazuha. Yeah. Let's just jump into things. I don't even remember what it's going to be about, because it's been so long since the trailer of it. We're just gonna do it. Hopefully it's happier than Technology Story Quest, because last time I was just bawling.
First set foot on Inazuma.
It has.
So many things have happened since then.
Yeah, as if in a blink of an eye.
We've definitely made some progress on our journey.
More. I guess a little bit with Dainslift's help at the very least. Wait a moment.
Huh? What's up?
I sense something. Whoa! Be careful.
Hey! What the heck was that for?
What do you mean, what the heck was that for?
Doesn't want to talk, huh? Alright, let's convince him to calm down a little.
Paimon, you do nothing. It's all me. Huh?
Seems like I've mistaken you for someone else.
At the very least, you should make sure you've got the right person before you go attacking them. No, wait! Even when you've got the right person, you shouldn't go attacking them out of the blue. It's dangerous.
Have you ever met someone by the name of Kazuha Kazuha?
I have? What's it to ya?
He carries a sword just like you. I've also heard that he possesses an animo vision.
Why are you looking
That's
for him?
none of your business.
I think it is my business when it's my friend.
Beyond already knowing each other?
Their fighting styles are similar.
Yeah, maybe a little.
You know what it is? They probably...
But then again, most people look pretty much the same once they start fighting, so that doesn't really prove
No,
anything.
that's not true, Paimon. That's just not true, but I was gonna say, maybe they studied together, and now he's and Kazuha beat his ass, and so now he's seeking revenge or something like that.
Anyway,
Guess he must have done something impressive after all.
Two?
Well, we took the small vessels into Rito on a routine supply run, only this time, as soon as we entered the harbor, we ran into a huge crowd of Inazumans, all of them wanting to know about Kazuha.
What happened? This is
If it's because
interesting.
of that battle on Nizuchi Beach, Captain Beto had a great run there too, but I don't see her getting this kind of attention. Kazuha keeps to himself most of the time, and Muso no Hitotachi. Is it really as big a deal as everyone's making it out to be?
What do you mean? He just stopped the Archon from murdering my ass, so I think that's pretty impressive.
The repealing of the Vision Hunt Decree. Since you're here, you're very welcome to listen in on the conversation.
Okay, cool.
We invited Mr.
Just
Kaidahara here
chill
to
here.
extend a gesture of goodwill on behalf of the Shogunate. Your hard work has secured for us the agreeable state of affairs that we now enjoy. Also, I've been granted the chance to correct my clan's past mistakes, and for that, I'm deeply grateful.
That's pretty cool.
The Almighty Shogun has issued a large array of directives aimed at resolving, or at least easing, the tensions that have built up over the years. The Tri-Commission has made the recommendation to use this opportunity to restore the honor of the Kaidahara name.
Oh.
Regarding the history of the Kaidahara clan,
And the Shogunate at large.
He's such a sweetheart. He's just so sweet.
However, would I be correct to assume that this magnanimous gesture does not come without some strings attached?
And would make sense.
I can assure you that nothing could be further from the truth. We seek only to correct a past injustice. With the Kaidahara clan's reputation and occupation restored, the Kaidaharas will be bladesmiths once more, and your wanderings will finally come to an end.
What if he still wants to wander?
The power of Electro in addition to that of Animo. As a result, the falsehood that Kaidahara Kazuha was using a delusion began to spread.
Okay, interesting.
what? But that doesn't make sense. Using a delusion turns you old and frail. And
Yeah, people are
Kazuha still
misconcepting.
looks fine.
That is correct. However, to some people, the idea of a single person wielding two elements at once is a more inconceivable notion still.
Damn.
This is just one of many similar rumors. I am very uncomfortable with being the subject of public discussion, no matter whether it brings suspicion or stardom my way. But perhaps if the shogunate is willing to publicly support me, this situation will blow over more
He's
quickly.
actually considering. Interesting. I didn't think he
This
would.
is precisely why I encourage you to give our offer some serious thought.
The most important thing.
You did, Paimon. I didn't.
Why would such a dangerous individual be looking for me?
Yeah.
No. This puzzles me as much as it does you.
Strange, actually.
My fighting forms were taught to me by my family, based on techniques originally
the
developed
sword?
for blade testing.
Wait, so the sword
We
that
undergo
he
rigorous
had.
training to standardize every motion the blade is put through, so that each can be fairly assessed for quality.
Yeah, I was gonna say, maybe the blade that he wielded had some kind of, like, I don't know what.
Over time,
I don't know
these
what to say.
techniques came to form something of a Kaidahara
Has something to do
sword
with
art.
blade.
Do you know if anyone around here has been looking for him? For Kaidahara Kazuha, we mean.
Besides, like, the
Aha! So this is the renowned Mr. Kaidehara. I've heard a lot about you. It is an honor to finally meet you today.
You are too kind. We are currently investigating an assault and would appreciate any help you can offer.
Yeah, I'm good. I wasn't that assaulted. I beat him up, don't worry.
Legitimate commissions, Sango would have snapped them up in an instant.
Millions? Of Mora? Whoa! Oh, wait. Even at that price, you probably still shouldn't.
Please, accept my thanks for looking out for my privacy. I still find it difficult to believe that whoever attacked you hasn't been causing any trouble elsewhere.
Yeah.
Few people possess your prowess in battle. So unless you were the first person he targeted, someone is certain to have been hurt by now. I am well aware of your talents.
You're too sweet,
There is
Kazuha.
no need to be humble around me.
Oh.
In fact, I'm quite relieved that you were the one he targeted. It would cause me great grief to see someone become critically injured or lose their life because of me. For the poor victim, this would be a completely senseless crime.
Yeah. Oh.
One of them is a pretty well-known collector, surnamed Nagato. The
Nagato.
other, Amenoma Yuya, is a samurai from the Amenoma clan.
Amenoma. Now there's a familiar name.
Is that the
Right.
blacksmith?
Yuya is the nephew of Amenoma Togo, the owner of Amenoma Smithy.
Yep.
Two grown men going missing at the same time.
That is strange.
Their cases are likely connected, but I don't know much in the way of details. I recalled this because Amenoma Yuya is also an accomplished martial artist who is skilled with the blade. Perhaps he is the one you are looking for.
Understood, though it seems highly unlikely to me. I neither know this man, nor do I have any idea why he may wish to attack me.
Let's consider this a favor.
Sure. Can you two know each other?
Kazuha knows everyone. He's besties with everyone.
Yes, the Kaedahara and Amenoma clans were both members of the Raiden Gokaden. Historically, there have always been deep links between the two clans.
The Ishin art.
That's right. Ishin art strives for complete harmony between blade and mind from the moment that forging begins.
I've never been so focused about a story quest. I'm just, like, very intrigued.
For only a blade thus forged can capture and convey its maker's thoughts and feelings, and eventually become an extension of its wielder's will.
Indeed. Most samurai choose their blades. I reported the case to the Tenryo Commission, but I haven't heard anything back so far. He didn't say a word before he left, which is very unlike him. I'm still completely at a loss on what to make of it,
Interesting. I'm just confused. I just want to know.
but I've done what I can so far. After that, the next thing I heard was that a fire had broken out at the warehouse. And neither of them
Fire?
came back. Yes. Strange, isn't it? I wonder what could have caused it. Unfortunately, there was very little evidence left behind.
Interesting.
What? No. Absolutely impossible. Yuya is not that kind of person. He is humble and kind. Even his training is done with the goal of calming his mind.
You never
He
know.
has never gotten into a fight before.
Is that so?
Yes. If there's one thing I can say for certain, it's that Yuya would never draw his blade without a very good reason. But, with that said, it's equally out of character for him to just disappear, with neither farewell nor fair warning.
It sounds as if something happened when the two men met each other. Let's pay a visit to the Nagato household. We are here to help with the investigation. We'd like to ask you some questions about Mr. Nagato's disappearance, if we may.
Ah, I see. I thought the debt collectors had come to visit again.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you have to see me in this dreadful state. Has some
You're
new
okay.
information come out? Do you know where he's gone?
Nope.
I'm afraid we don't have any new information at the moment.
Collector of all sorts of things. He'd always get so animated when he was showing them to me.
That's cute.
I knew nothing about the items myself, but seeing how enthusiastic and excited they made him,
Oh,
I was happy to believe that they were just extremely important to him.
that's cute.
Everything was fine when we first got married, but as time went by, things changed for the worse.
Okay, that is so good.
Uh-oh. What happened?
He lost his sense of restraint. He started buying more and more things.
Oh no.
And even resorted to borrowing money just so he could pay for them. Our expenses really spiraled out of control when he started getting interested in weapons. It was awful. There were days when he'd spend hours down at the warehouse admiring his weapons, even as debt Actually, it didn't. Generally, he's a quiet man who likes to go with the flow. On most things, he leaves the decision-making to me. You must understand, I never would have dreamed of threatening him with divorce if the debts hadn't pushed our family to the brink.
No, that's completely understandable.
After I said those words, he froze and was silent for a long time. When he finally spoke, he awkwardly mumbled that he would pick out a few items to sell. His voice was so meek and pitiful that I felt an urge to take everything back.
No,
But
no.
then what? If I didn't draw the line, what would happen to our family?
It's important to set
Had I not
boundaries.
indulged his bad habits,
Purchase a weapon from Mr. Nagato. During the sale, a fire broke out at the warehouse, and both men disappeared.
at first, I assumed they must have gotten into an argument over the price. But my husband has never been one to negotiate. He never even haggles when he's out buying groceries, so it's hard to imagine him getting into a fierce argument.
I can only surmise that the sales meeting between the two men was somehow the catalyst for their disappearance. The fire at the warehouse likely played a part in how the situation unfolded, though its exact role is a mystery
Okay.
and passive. Neither seems like the type of person who is inclined towards initiating conflict. Mr. Nagato, being heavily in debt, is also the only one of them with the potential motive to disappear after the fire.
Yeah.
The more I ponder it, the more puzzling it becomes. Just what could have happened there?
Maybe not connected to the
Right.
attacker.
Although the time frame seems to broadly match, no other details that we've learned seem to link the two events together. Amenoma Yuya lacks a key distinguishing feature of the attacker, namely that he is principally a practitioner of the blade testing techniques of Amenoma art, not those of the combat-oriented Ishin art.
Darn! We thought we could get two birds with one stone here, but at this rate, it's starting to look like a wild goose chase.
Let's keep going, since we've come this far.
Okay.
If we can solve the case, something ominous in the wind.
Oh! This must be another one of those sounds that only you can hear. As sketchy as that whole thing seems, you did put it to good use when we were chasing down that vision thief at Beto's tournament, so...
That's true.
Now I'm picking up a strong scent in addition to the sound. It's right around here somewhere.
He's like a dog.
But there's nothing here.
It's gone now, but I can still sense the direction it left in. It felt very much like that ancient presence in Inazuma. the remnants of the Tatarigami.
Tatarigami?
Indeed. But this unexpected spring of inauspicious energy may prove to be of benefit to our investigation. I would have to conclude that the Tatarigami source resided here for a very long time.
Interesting.
Mrs. Nagato said her husband used to hang around the warehouse by himself a lot.
It could well be that he was already under the influence of Tatarigami energy at that time.
Surely someone would have noticed.
From what I've been told, Tatarigami does not turn all upon whom it preys into violent monsters, but most will develop a stubborn streak upon being exposed to the Tatarigami's unfulfilled will. Their interests become fanatical obsessions.
That makes
Mr.
sense.
Nagato had an interest in collecting to begin with. The influence of Tatarigami could explain why he became an obsessive hoarder. Open this door, we can move no closer to the truth.
That's true.
You needn't
He's so
worry.
sweet. He is
Both
so
of us
sweet.
have faced far
Gosh.
greater dangers than this.
He's too
Relatively
sweet.
speaking, the risk here is trivial. It looks like the fire caused a cave-in, reducing the entire warehouse to rubble.
That was too scary. Paimon was so sure that the warehouse boogeyman was about to jump out at us.
Paimon, you say some stupid things, but I think that's one of the stupidest things that you've said.
He continued on into the distance, but a small portion remained here, and seems to be dissipating slowly.
2 parts correspond to them.
Quite possibly.
What is it?
What red stuff?
By the looks of it, a letter, written on a piece of torn clothing. The ink is bone dry. It must have been written quite some time ago. Well, let's take a look.
I am Nagato. I was wounded by Yuya. He took my most precious blade. I chased him, but could not chase him. I laid down here to rest on the count of exhaustion. Oh no, he's dead. Oh my god, that's sad. That's really sad. Why did he steal my blade? I was gonna sell it to him. He even burned my heart. Damn. Hurts, but for some reason I fell unconscious. Oh. Only reason. This is sad.
According to this letter, add to that the fact that its aura seems to have attracted a horde of monsters, and I'm afraid he may no longer be with us.
This is sad. I just feel bad.
Whatever traces there may have been of his fate
hey,
beyond after this point,
why is
they've
this
been
sad
disturbed by the
too?
hilly churls.
Are you kidding me?
Tragic end.
You know what I'm thinking? Since he's under the influence of the Taragami, is that what it is? The Taragami? He's looking for Kazuha because he heard Kazuha is very strong and went against the shogun, and wants to try to quote unquote defeat Kazuha in a way because he's very strong from what he heard,
So let's
and he
get
wants to
moving.
be the strongest or something like
I
that.
wouldn't be...
Why here? Is there anything special about this place?
I'm not sure. But on closer examination, I sense that the aura may have lingered here at several different points in time. Show yourself! It's no use hiding anymore.
That's the guy who attacked us, right?
Kaidehara Kazuha. It's you, at last.
Mayuya, we are in fact facing the blade in his hand.
The blade?
Now that you mention it, it is giving off a strange light.
Using the sail as a means to affect, or rather, as a means to occupy Ame no Mayuya's body.
You're sharper than I thought. You've already deduced the truth of the matter. Many, many years ago,
Oh my
I
gosh.
was forged by a famed bladesmith of the Ishin tradition. I was his pride and joy. In me, he placed all his hopes and dreams. As a descendant of the Kaidehara clan, you should be able to guess our greatest regret.
I presume it has something to do with the Raiden Gokaden.
Indeed. At that point in time, he failed to live up to the Raiden Shogun's expectations. In the end, All he could do was to flee the nation by sea on a but also an irreplaceable achievement in the art of blade forging.
What if you're not as perfect as you think you are?
So, swords can become conscious and control people?
Yeah, Paimon, what are you not getting here?
The people of the time in which I was born never believed I had that kind of power. They saw me as a mere blade, a sharp and well-crafted one, but in all other respects an ordinary
So
weapon.
confusing, actually.
Seen art.
So he's upset. The Blade's upset. I was right. So the Blade is upset that Kazuha got to face the Riding Shogun, and he was able to stop her, and he wasn't able to do it.
So
That makes
Amenoma
sense.
Yuya was not your first victim. Tell me, what happens to those you've possessed when you've finished using them?
My hosts? Who cares what happens to them? They are but tools that serve my mission.
We care about what you did to
When
them.
they got tired, or injured, or unusable, I hopped to the next one in line. All I needed them for was to take me back to Inazuma. You stood against the Raiden Shogun's Muso no Hitotachi. There can be no other to serve as my host for what
Oh,
is to come.
that's why he wants Kazuha. I'm actually curious to see how they build him. I swear if they put noblesse on him, they put the full... What do you mean? What is this? This game is... I'm sorry. I just cannot believe they put noblesse on him.
I can never lose. It is this body that has reached its limit, nothing more. Even if you defeat me here, the one who falls will not be me, but this man.
That's true.
He is but a puppet that can be replaced.
I will
I can take a
smash
new
you
vessel
into
at will.
pieces.
The end result is the same. I will end this wretch's life before you can lift a finger.
Thoughts and
Yep.
feelings.
Makes sense.
Since the blade is currently possessing Amenoma Yuya's body, its movements express the innermost thoughts of the blade. If you ask me, the mania is probably due to your desperate, single-minded ambition. You believe I am your only hope.
Are you trying to claim that I am helpless without you?
Yeah.
On his deathbed, he passed to me all of Ishin Art's secrets. The little that you know barely scratches the surface. In that regard, why would I ever need your help?
Well, then why are you looking for him? Why would you want his body?
Because all of that is in the past. I've been wondering why you've not caused more trouble in all the years that you've been in Inazuma. If you are indeed a cursed blade that can possess its owner. Now that I've seen inside your mind, everything finally makes sense. You weren't biding your time. You were trapped. After all the time that's passed, you have grown weak. To the point that you are now unable to acquire a new host without making physical contact.
Oh.
Oh, that's right. Paimon remembers now. Mr. Nagato had a habit of never touching his collectibles.
Only when Mr. Nagato witnessed his wife's distress and decided to sell his collectibles did you finally have an opportunity to reach out to Amenoma Yuya and make your escape.
I'm just one step away from achieving my goal.
You returned to Inazuma to prove the unparalleled brilliance of Ishin art. But to make this arduous journey, you committed countless atrocities and showed a blatant disregard for human life. Even if you were to sever that divine light, is this truly the outcome that your maker would have desired?
You...
Sure, you inherited the secrets of Ishin art. But even as you made your journey to honor this legacy, you treated the ones who wielded you as mere tools to do your bidding.
mean nothing. I have no need of anything that would stand in my way. Not hesitation, not self-reflection, and certainly not your so-called reality. It is pointless to argue further, descendant of the Kaedahara clan. If you wish to save this man, then offer me your body in exchange.
Nope.
How stubbornly you stick to your wayward path. I do not believe for a second that you can challenge the almighty Shogun in your current state. So let us make a bet.
Ooh.
And I will put your strength to the test.
What? Surely you're not planning to agree to his demands.
Very well. Then find yourself some enemies with whom you wish to cross blades. A taste of my power will more than convince you. Once we have dealt with them, we shall proceed to Tenshukaku.
And as for your end of the bargain, if you lose, you must release Amenoma Yuya from your control.
I accept.
Don't do this, Kazuha!
I think Kazuha knows what he's
This is the only
doing.
way to save Amenoma Yuya. If we don't do this, he'll forever be the Blade's puppet.
That's true.
The Cursed Blade's strength is currently very weak, and I sense he's hesitating. This suggests his heart is still not completely devoid of honor. The power of the Tatarigami lies in intensifying existing obsessions. This is the reason Mr. Nagato and Amenoma Yuya fell prey to it. Since I don't have any similar kinds of obsessions, I should be able to put up some resistance for a while.
That makes sense.
But even so...
Even if things take a turn for the worse, I still have you
Oh,
both here
he's
with
so sweet.
me. We have a chance here to save an
Oh my
innocent
gosh.
victim. I am willing to accept the risks entailed.
Alright,
Your
fine.
disdain for me betrays your woeful ignorance. I agreed to this bet because there are things I wish to learn too. Now, take me in your hand.
Ooh.
Kazuha?
I'm okay.
Are you sure?
I felt a little dizzy at first, but only for a moment. It's all right. So far, this was as I expected.
If something feels off, let me know immediately.
I will. Thank you.
What should we do next? Have you got a plan, Kazuha?
We find some enemies. Although this blade has endured much turmoil, it probably hasn't experienced many real fights. If a blade built for Ishin art cannot enter a state of harmony between blade and bearer, it cannot unleash its true power. If he wants to avoid reality, then we need to fight until he has no choice but to face it.
Okay.
He shouldn't last long in an intense combat situation.
Wait a minute. Paimon remembers hearing about something from the Adventurers Guild. Since the Takatsukasa clan abandoned that secret base, it's been held by Ronin ever since.
That should fit the bill.
All right. Please lead the way.
What about Amenoma Yuya?
Oh my
What
gosh.
should we do with
Paimon, please stop talking.
The blade says he'll let Amenoma Yuya trail us silently.
Okay.
Although he hasn't regained his own consciousness yet, he is not in any immediate danger.
Are we sure this is a good idea? It's a pretty treacherous journey. Okay, fine. Just be careful.
Okay. Actually, that's where I'm going to end the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to finish this off in the next video probably. I feel like we're close, quote unquote, close to the end. But yeah, it's been very interesting for this story quest. A little bit sad, but not as sad as Tignari's. So yeah, thank you for watching again. Have a lovely day, night, or whatever time it is for you. And bye!